Hello everyone, myself Miss Rashmi Bumble once again welcomes to all of you in our online expert lecture series organized by BYK College Junior Unit. As you all know, our subject is SISC Paper 2 and today's topic is various organizations, institutions assisting to small scale industries. This is one of the important topic to us for our exams also. So let's start now. In previous chapter we have studied many concepts of small scale industries, that is definition, process of registration, types, classification, characteristics, etc. Now, and we also studied about self employment, its advantages, disadvantages, etc. Now, next we will study on the various organizations, institutions which are assisting to small scale industries. The assessment can be of any type, either financial or for incorporation process, etc. The financial institutions in India are developed. They can fulfill the need of specific sectors of small scale industries. They are completely helpful to the small scale industries or entrepreneurs. Okay. There are specific role of financial institutions for agriculture, export, import, insurance, currency exchange, etc. These all are the sectors where the financial institutions work for the small scale industries. Some of them we are going to study. So let's start. The most important task to fulfill the need of small scale industry is done by various institutions and agencies of government. And first we will see private and after that some public sectors. The very first one is of we will take of state government, assistance of state government. In that very first one is DIC, that is District Industry Center. Okay. In short, if I will tell you about it, then DIC or District Industry Center actually provides assistance to their own regional places, that is wherever the industry is located. At that place they assist the whole cooperation, okay, the whole help, the needy help which they needs, which the small scale industries need, is been provided by DIC of that specific region. The history of DIC is it was formed in 1st May 1978 for rural areas. Okay, we will read the point. DIC, District Industry Center, provide full assistance to the entrepreneurs or as well as the small scale industries who are going to start the business on their own and in their regional places. As I said, these centers provide service and support to small entrepreneurs under a single roof at both pre and post investment. Whatever will be the kind of investment, pre investment while the industrial plannings are going on, or the post investment when the business has been or the industry has been already started. Whatever is the need, District Industry Center helps them. The DIC program was started on 1st May in the year of 1978 with a view to providing integrated administrative framework at district level for the promotion of small scale industries in rural areas, as I said. Here are some functions of DIC. First one is act as focal point of industrialization to the district. As I said, it is the initiative, or I can say important, wherever of whichever region the industry is, DIC functions or motivates them or helps them anyhow. They prepare the industrial profile to the district with respect to various things. Third one, statistic and information about existing industrial units in the district in the large, medium or small as well as cooperative sectors. Whatever statistical background is needed information or in planning the industrial activities, it is provided by DIC. Opportunity guidance to entrepreneurs are also there from them. Then manpower assessment with respect to skilled semi skilled worker, whatever will be the allotment of either they are skilled or semi skilled, the assessment is given to them, they are being allotted, they are being provided the complete help. Now in this way there are many functions that prepares techno-economic feasibility report. After that, advices for entrepreneurs on investment, like how much to invest, what to invest. Then helps entrepreneurs in obtaining license. License is necessary in industrial life, the whether it is of electricity board, water supply board, or a no obligation certificate which is actually needed, etc., etc. It also provides information about various government schemes, subsidies, that what is there any scheme applicable to that particular type of business. Then at that time DIC helps them or makes them known of these things. Organizes marketing outlets in other government agency, also helps in marketing outlet, like for expanding their industrial activities or whatever will be the production, so they are helpful over there also. Now DIC also organizes some entrepreneurship development training program. These programs help to increase in knowledge of the entrepreneurs, how to do, what to do, when to do, time management, then money management, etc. These all things are gets taught in these types of program which is held by DIC of that particular industry, of that particular regional industry for them. Okay. Now next is State Financial Corporation, SFC. Now this is also an integral part of finance. It is necessary in order to make something complete. Even they have many functions. Now in order to make something complete means the whole startup depends on the completion of something legal process. So these things are done under the State Financial Corporation. Okay. The State Financial Corporation are an integral part of institutional finance structure of a country. Now the DIC we studied has an criteria in between some certain region. Now SFC works for the state level or for the country level. SFC helps in ensuring balanced regional development, higher investment, more employment generation, and broad ownership of various industries. The word itself, the words, whatever are being taken in the explanation or in the introduction of SFC, expands themselves at a large level. Of course, higher investment guidance is necessary, then more employment generation where the employment is necessary, what at of what level it is necessary is being seen by the State Financial Corporation. Now it grants loan and advances to industrial concern that are repayable within the maximum period of 20 years. Okay, 20 years is the maximum period for them to repay the loan or to give back the money which is granted them, which is been provided them by the State Financial Corporation. Now it subscribes the shares and debentures of industrial concern. It issues or it subscribes, or we can say promote the shares of that particular industry. It underwrites the shares and debentures of industrial concern. It guarantees it guarantees the loan raised by industrial concern repayable within 20 years, as we saw that. It acts as an agent of the state and central government. Okay, state and central government, not for the only regional corporation. Then manufacture, preservation or processing of goods is also, they functions over here also. Then after that, in hotel industry, road transport, development of any area of land and industrial estate. So these things or this kind of industrial activities comes under the guidance of SFC, that is State Financial Corporation. Metal production, then textile and chemical products, cement, food processing, whatever is in large extent is been done under or is been done under the guidance of the State Financial Corporation. These all are the functions where it works. Now next is State Industrial Development Corporation. State Industrial Investment Corporation can be, it can be called as SIDC or SIIC. Now next, this comes into the existence after SFC. After the State Financial Corporation, the existence of State Industrial Development Corporation came. They works like providing license and they also provide finance to the industrial activities or to entrepreneurs. Okay, these are actually some few activities done by the State Industrial Development Corporation. We will read SIIC or SIDC come on the scene much after the SFCB, as I told you earlier. It came into existence of the SFC. Thus, they were entirely set up by the state governments. Okay, of course, the role of state government is been played over here also. They also provide a variety of functions like arranging power, land, road, license, etc. Also provide sponsoring of unit manpower in backward areas. If we see, many functions of SFC and SIDC are same. Provides license and provide financial assistance, provides like many other necessary things, but at the level of state, at the industrial level, state industrial level. Okay, to provide risk capital entrepreneurs by way of equity participation and send capital assistance, as I said, formation of capital it helps in. To provide financial assistance in form of term loans, underwriting, direct subscription to share, debentures, guarantees, same like SFC. Okay. To administrative initiative scheme central, many schemes are also been guided by them. Now, State Industrial Investment Corporation also helps to undertake promotional activities like preparation of feasibility reports, conducting industrial potential survey, entrepreneurship development program, and developing industrial estate. Whatever programs are needed are being conducted by them. Then the activities undertaken by all the SIDC are not the same. There is considerable diversity in activities performed by them. Some changes are there, since the actual range of activities being undertaken by an individual SIDC depends upon the specific responsibilities entrusted by the respective state. Of course, depends on the provisions or the guidelines of the government of that state, at what level they are helpful to the industrial area. Now, next one is State Small Industries Development Corporation, SSIDC. Okay, the functions are directly given. procedure and distribution of scarce raw material. Raw material is been provided, or we can say been settled up to provide them. Okay. Then supply of machinery to SSI units to higher purchase basis. They can hire machineries for temporary work on higher basis, and this is provided by SSIDC. After that, construction of industrial estate, allied infrastructure facilities and other maintenance guidance is been given by SSIDC. Then providing management assistance to production units. In other words, state small industry development corporation works in the form of production, works under or focus on the production of small scale industries. Next one is Khadi Village Industries Commission, KVIC. Now it helps to the person and people of Khadi and village industries. That is, it looks after the operation of this field related people. In short, we will read KVIC is entrusted with the task of providing financial assistance to institutions or person engaged in development and operation of khadi and village industries. As I said, the KVIC is also charged with the responsibility of encouraging and promoting research in production techniques and equipment employed in khadi and village industries sector, and providing facilities for the study of the problems relating to it. It takes steps to ensure geniusness of the product and set standards of quality and ensure the products of KVIC do conform on the basis standards. So a quality maintenance or providing equipment or making them learn of new techniques is been done of related people of that sector related people is been done by Khadi and Village Industry Commission, that is KVIC. Now we will study the assistance of financial institutions and banks. The bank Small Industry Development Program, Small Industries Development Bank of India, SIDBI, Small Industries Development Bank of India was made responsible for administrating Small Industries Development Fund and National Equity Fund that were administered by IDBI before. In other words, whatever work has been done by IDBI is now done by SIDBI for the beneficially help as the assistance to small industries. SIDBI is the primary financial institution for promoting, developing and financing MSME, okay, micro, small and medium enterprises sector. What it does? Financial institution for promoting, making them develop and financing them whenever they need. Okay, hope you all are understanding. Next is commercial banks. The bank provide loans to wholesalers and retailers to stock goods in which they deal. The commercial banks provide loan for the purchasing of goods. They also help in movement of goods from one place to another by providing all types of facilities such as discounting and accepting bills of exchange, providing overdraft facility, issuing drafts. They help by giving finance both export and import of developing countries. Now any transaction getting done inter countries or other exporting to other countries, the whole things are assisted by the commercial banks. They help them by in all type of accounting transactions. For that financial transactions, they all these commercial banks are helpful by giving them loan. Now, regional rural areas. The regional rural banks were established right a view to develop such type of banking institutions which could function as a commercial organization in rural areas. It provides a source to small scale industries of those related rural areas. Like we saw the DIC related to specific area, in the same way regional rural area is also works for that specific region for the promotion or for the developing activities. Okay, next is cooperative banks. We saw commercial banks which provides loan for the accounting transactions and extra activities related to import and export or billing. Now next one is cooperative banks. The cooperative banks are small sized units which operate both in urban and non-urban area centers. Okay, they finance small borrowers in industrial and trade sectors beside professional and salary classes. They finance small borrowers in industrial and trade sectors beside professional and salary classes. They provide them the finance for professional and salary classes. The cooperative banks in India finance rural areas under farming, cattle milk, hatchery, personal finance. Cooperative banks in India finance urban areas under self-employment industries, small scale unit, home finance, consumer finance and personal finance, etc. Now this works for a personal level. What either could be for regional, but for a personal sake or a salaried person, to provide them a financing assistance in this way. In this type, cooperative bank works for at personal level for small employment industries or small units. Whoever wish to do a small business, to form a small industry at personal level, cooperative banks helps them, assist them. Next one is National Bank and Agriculture. National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development, NABARD. National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development. The main work of NABARD is concerned with the planning and operation, to plan and to operate in the field of credit giving to the agriculture sector. For to whom? For the agriculture sector. And with economic activity goes in rural areas. Whatever economical activities comes under agriculture sector is been seen by or been assisted by the National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development. Also, it performs the work for developing financial inclusion policy. It is based on the pattern on refinancing agency for those institutions that provide production and investment credit for promoting the numerous developmental program and initiatives for rural development. For the promotion or for the development activities, whichever programs are being held or conducted as an initiative is been done by this rural development. Okay, done by this National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development Assistance Program. Here we comes to the end of the important topic. Soon we will study the next topic of SISC paper 2. Our next topic is going to be on problems and sickness of small scale industries and self-employment. Question may get asked on that topic as well. We will cover it. Hope you understand this today's topic, which was various assessment, financial, non-financial, programming by government or by some private institutions to the small scale industries. Thank you.